Good morning, everybody. Johnny back again. Today we're going to be going over the parable of the sower that we find in Matthew, which Jesus taught at the seaside. This one's very important to me, very dear and near to me, because it has been uh, one of the parables foremost, one of the pieces of scripture foremost in my mind during my walk. And it took me a long time to not just come to Christ, but to grow in my faith. It took me years. It wasn't just a quick, fast thing, and we're going to see today how that's a good thing. When it takes some time, rather than just bring it up real fast. So we're going to be Matthew, like I said, Matthew 13, 1 through 9, and then 18 to 23, where he expounds to the disciples when he's later with them alone on the parable itself. So, if you're ready, we're going to go ahead and get started. Hopefully, get your Bibles open with me. Matthew 13, starting in verse 1. The same day went Jesus out of the house and sat by the seaside. And great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow, and when he sowed, some seed fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell upon stony places, where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But other fell into good ground, and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. And now we'll skip down to verse 18, and we'll read verse 18 through 23, where he's explaining the parable to his disciples. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When any one heareth the word of the kingdom, and understandeth it, then cometh the wicked one, and understandeth it not. Then cometh the wicked one, and catches away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which received seed by the wayside. But he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it. Yet hath he not root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation and persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended. I have seen many people fall into that category. They spring up real quick, get very excited real fast, and then they just wither away when those around them persecute them. Are hard on them, or mock them, make fun of them, laugh at them, whatever the cause is. He also that received seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. There's plenty of people I've known that fall in that category too, where they hear and they know and they understand, but they're too busy with life outside, with life in this world. They're too caught up in it. They're too worried about making the next dollar. But he that received seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth it, which also beareth fruit, and bringeth forth, some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. So that is the one we want to find. That is the one we want to find ourselves in. The one on the good ground. It takes a little longer to grow because your roots develop first. And those roots develop well when you grow and the sun comes out, or persecution, the heat of the day. You don't just wither away because you didn't just, those who are quick to jump in and get excited real fast are also quick to wither away. It's a personality trait that some people have. But those who it takes a little bit longer and they search the scriptures themselves to find out if things are true. That reminds me of a passage from Acts that I jotted down here, where Paul and Silas go to Berea, and it says that the Bereans, it says that they were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind. They received it with readiness of mind. They didn't just dismiss it, but here's what they did. And they searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so. They went into the scriptures themselves to see if those things were so, if those things were true. And another verse that came to my mind was this one, where Jesus had gone home to his home country, and he preached in the synagogues, and he wasn't received very well. They said, "Don't we know his brothers? Don't we know his sisters? Isn't this Jesus that whose brothers and sisters are among us?" And he wasn't received well at all. And here's what he had to say to his disciples after. But Jesus said unto them, "A prophet is not without honor, but in his own country, and among his own kin, and in his own house." Sometimes those closest to us are the ones that persecute us the most without them even knowing that that's what they're doing. Um, they don't like to see the change in us when we grow. It's difficult for them to accept, because you do become a new person. You're not the same person. I can't tell how many times I've heard, um, you're not the same person you used to be, and they not meaning it in a good way. They wanting that old person back. That old person was fun. That old person partied. That old person, he was a blast to hang out with. He wasn't, and people didn't feel like he thought themselves better. Not that I think myself better than the next person. I don't. But when you get into scriptures, you start quoting the Bible, you start living according to the Word. People will accuse you of that. They will accuse you of thinking yourself better than others. Uh, it's not. It's not an easy walk. It's not an easy path to walk. And but there's a reward. There's a reward we have to think about at the end of that walk. Like the scriptures say, the path is straight and narrow that leads unto life, and there are few that find it. There are many that go down the wide and bright highway to destruction. There are many that do that. So you'll find that there are perhaps fewer people in your life when you start walking with Christ than there were before, especially as you get more serious about it, and it becomes everything to you. It becomes everything to you. It's one of those things that if it takes you a while to get there, it's not going to be easy to be taken away. That doesn't mean that we can't falter. Look at Peter. He did. He was ready to, he told Christ he was ready to die for him. He was ready to go to the cross with him or wherever, unto death. And what happened? Jesus Christ rebuked him. He told him that before the cock crows, was when Jesus was arrested, when Judas betrayed him, Iscariot that was. He denied him 3 times before the cock crows, just like Jesus said he would. Now, Peter did say that he was ready to go on, that he was ready to die with Christ, and he did. After Christ had ascended, he did die for Christ. He was actually crucified upside down, according to my understanding with history. So he did live up to his word, but not the first or second or third time that it came about. He wasn't ready. But it's hard when those doors close. I know I've talked about closed doors before, but it's hard when those doors close around you when you're walking. and you're one of those people where it did grow on good ground, and it took a while for it to get there, um, because you're firm in what you believe. You stand firm. You stand strong. It You see people around you that may get very excited real quick, and you watch them wither away, and it's heartbreaking to see that. It breaks your heart because you're so happy for them at first. You're so happy for them. You're so excited to see them get into the word. You're so excited to watch them grow real quick and real fast. It's a beautiful thing. It's very passionate. Not that I'm not a passionate person, but people who are very passionate tend to get in. Who are very passionate very quickly or have that personality tend to get into things real quick. Um, but as this makes clear, it's okay for it to take time. It's okay for it to take a little while. And to be honest with you, I have lost many in my life because of it. There's many that won't talk to me anymore. They won't even. I don't have any communication with them. They've cut me off. That were very close to me. But the friendships I do have are stronger for it. They may be few and not as many, but they're stronger for it. They withstand more. They're friendships based on good ground. They don't just wither away easily. So that is something to that's a blessing. That's a blessing to have that to people who stand stronger in your life, even if they're less. And the best we can do is to pray for those others. Again, a healthy prayer life is very important, and it it helps it helps you grow when you do that in private. It's good to pray with others. That's true. It is, but it's very good to pray by yourself. Just like the scriptures say, lock yourself in your closet. Well, it doesn't have to be a closet. It can be a bedroom or a house alone or whatever the case is. But that's what the scriptures say. Go into your closet, lock the door, and dare pray to your Father which sees in secret. And you'll be stronger for it. You'll be stronger for it. When no one's watching you, when you're not feeling that you're praying across the table, so to speak, uh, have that healthy prayer life. And it's okay to take your time. It's okay to take your time. It's okay to be skeptical from what you hear, especially with well, like me on YouTube, for example. Um, don't just take what I say and believe it to be the gospel truth. Get into scriptures yourself and find it out for you, and find it out. Look up the verses. That's why I like to quote so many verses. Look them up. Read the chapter. Read the whole book, and see for yourself. And you'll see something that maybe I missed. But it's a wonderful peace that we have when we gain knowledge and wisdom, which is what it is. We're gaining wisdom when we read the scriptures. So the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom, as Solomon says. Well, it was good to see everybody. I love you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and God bless you. Thank you. Bye.